Welcome to part 3 of the In a Tizzy Crochet Along. I'm Polly Plum, your host and designer of this pattern. In part 3, we're going to make the fourth and final triangle of our blanket body. This part is special because we're going to join to side 3 as we make it, and then at the end we'll join the last row to side 1 to complete our square. So grab your yarn and your hook and let's take a peek at what that's going to look like. When we're done, side 4 will be placed in our blanket like this. Now let's get started. Make side 4 exactly the same as side 2 and 3 through the second to last row. Don't make the last row yet. I'm going to show you how to do that because for the last row we're going to join it to side 1. Okay, so you have made all the rows except the very last row of side 4. I'm going to show you how to do the last row of side 4. What I want you to do is chain 2 and chain 2, slip stitch into the top stitch, the top of the very last stitch of side 3. Can be a little tricky with that join. Okay, that counts as our first double crochet. Now turn your work around so we can see what we're doing. And now what we're going to do is we're going to join to side 1. We're going to join to the very corner of side 1. And I can tell just where I need to join because I want the top of the stitch in this corner, and it's right where the green yarn comes out. So what I'm going to do is pull my yarn up a little bit and take it off my hook. Okay, and I'm just going to hold that aside for a moment while I insert my hook into the top of that stitch we just found. Then get this out of the way. Put the yarn back on my hook and pull it tight. Then I'm going to pull it through the side 1 stitch, and that's how I join it to side 1. Now I'm going to make back into side 4 2 double crochets, and now I'm going to join again. So what I want you to do before we move on, I want you to look at side 1 and just sort of, if you can tell, look at your stitches and look where the rows meet. So here's the bottom of a row for me. I know it's kind of hard to see in this yarn. So depending on your yarn, hopefully your colors will break it up enough. If not, it's okay. It's okay to guess. Okay? It's okay to guess here. This is a little tricky. Find the top of each row. See where the 2 rows meet and just kind of observe where they meet. Where the 2 rows meet is where we want to join. If you can find the top of the stitch, great. If not, just go ahead and grab a couple loops right where the 2 rows meet, and that's where we're going to join every other stitch. Okay, so we made our 2 DC. Now take the yarn off your hook, hold it, insert your hook right where those 2 rows meet. Again, I'm kind of approximating because this yarn is not easy to see. Put my yarn back on my hook and pull it through, and that's a join. Now I'm going to make a front post extended double crochet just like normal for my row. Now I'm going to make a double crochet, and now I'm going to join. So take the yarn off my hook and hold it, find where those 2 rows meet right about there, put the yarn back on my hook, pull it through. Now I'm going to make 2 double crochets back into my final row, and now I'm joining again. So take the yarn off your hook, find the next set of rows where they meet right about there, insert your hook, put the yarn back on your hook, pull it through. Now make a front post extended double crochet, and then make a double crochet, and now join again. So take the yarn off your hook, find where the next 2 rows meet. Well, the next meeting of 2 rows, I should say. Put the yarn back on your hook and pull it through. Now make 2 more double crochet. Find the next meeting of rows, about there. Put the yarn back on your hook and pull it through. Now make a front post extended double crochet around that second to last stitch. Okay, now make 1 double crochet in that chain 4 that counts as a treble, just 1 double crochet, and now join again. Find the next meeting of rows right about there. Put the yarn back on your hook and pull it through. And now back into the chain 4 that counts as the treble, working back into that, make another double crochet, make a treble, that's your last stitch, but now we're going to join it to the very corner. So find that the slip knot that you started with, insert your hook in there, put the yarn back on your hook, pull it through, and now chain 1 and fasten off. There you go. That is the end of side 4, and that is the body of your blanket complete. That's it for this part of our crochet along. Thank you so much for crocheting along with me, and I will see you next week for part 4. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video tutorial, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Every Trick on the Hook, or follow me on Facebook, also Every Trick on the Hook. Subscribe to my blog, everytrickonthehook.com, or you can follow me on Instagram. I'm actually Polly Plum on Instagram. And best yet, join the Facebook group, the Polly Plum Pattern Posse, where you can get lots of help and support, and it's just a great place to share pictures of what you made. Thanks a lot. See you next time.